Hello and welcome to Bohandy's Physics. Today we're going to talk about Newton's laws of motion. The first law states that an object remains at rest or remains in motion in a straight line unless it is compelled to be changed by an external force. In the picture you can see a ball is at rest. It is being kicked. It's in motion and it continues with a constant speed and direction. As soon as it hits the net, it is acted upon by an unbalanced force, which is the net, and that changes its speed and direction. Newton's second law states that acceleration is produced when a force acts on a mass. The greater the mass, the greater the amount of force needed to move the object. In the image you can see two balls, both acted on by 1 kilonewton. But the bowling ball does not move as far as the soccer ball. Because the bowling ball has a heavier mass, that's why it requires more force to move it farther. The third law states that for every action there is opposite and equal reaction. In the image you can see a rocket with gas coming out of it. And it's because of the gas, which is the action, there is a reaction of the rocket moving. Now, how do we calculate for force? Force is calculated with the equation F equals m times a. Mass, m equals mass, a equals acceleration, F equals force. Mass is in kilograms, acceleration is in meters per second squared, force is in newtons. Let's try this out ourselves. A truck carries 50 kilograms of wood and accelerates at 20 meters per second squared. What is the force exerted by the truck? So let's start with the equation F equals m times a. We have 50 kilograms as the mass and 20 meters per second squared as the acceleration. So what's 50 times 20? It's 1,000 newtons. So let's review what we learned today. We've learned that the first law of motion is that an object remains at rest or remains in motion unless compelled by an external force. We've also learned that the second law of motion is that acceleration is produced by a force acting on the object. The greater the mass, the greater the amount of force needed to move the object. The third law says that for every action there is an equal or opposite reaction. We've also learned F equals ma, which is an equation to find force using mass and acceleration. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Created using Powtoon.